Hello, beautiful. You are watching straight from the doctor's desk with me, Dr. Andrea Purcell. Here at the clinic, we specialize in helping women struggling with health and hormonal issues, menopause medicine, just reclaim and regain their health in their life using natural therapies. And it's really so you can stop surviving, start thriving, and get back to that life that you love. So today we're talking about women's health in 2025, when to consider seeking out a medical professional. And I just want to run through some statistics with you that I think will be eye-opening. 30% of women over age 50 are on 4 or more medications. And women as a gender utilize 70% more medications than men. So, we are prescribed more medications. And it really is because women's health is complicated. Women undergo many changes during our lifetime that result in physical, mental, and emotional shifts. 70% of women in the United States are dealing with some type of chronic disease or condition that conventional medicine has no real answers for. You might be on medication for it, but those medications are just Band-Aids. So in the US alone, about 2 million women enter menopause each year. And menopausal symptoms can last as long as a decade. So there really is a lot going on here in women's health right here. So why do women end up seeking out a medical professional for help? Generally, something starts just going sideways, right? We don't feel right in our body or our minds. Dr. Purcell, I don't feel well. It can be just a warning sign. Something doesn't feel right. I don't feel like myself. Something is off. Your intuition is telling you that you need to take a closer look at something. The other reason is that there's a massive wake-up call, some type of crisis that gets us motivated to ask for help with our health. In both cases, we tend to wait to act until things slowly get worse, and we just can't ignore it any longer. So if you're dealing with chronic symptoms, things like bloating, fatigue, feeling overwhelmed in your life, weight struggles, thyroid, or you have trouble sleeping, you already know how exhausting it is to put on a smile each day, week after week, month after month. I mean, really, how long can it go on for? Is it just going to get better by itself? So even though the majority of menopausal symptoms can last up to a decade, the effects go on even longer than that. So my question for you is how long are you going to suffer through menopause? Are you just hoping that your symptoms will go away? Maybe you're not in menopause. Maybe you're struggling, right? So it's kind of like wishful thinking. Hormones are not going to come back in menopause. Menopause is technically for the rest of our life, right? So things either get better or they get worse. So heart disease is the #1 killer of women once women get into menopause. And a woman's risk becomes equal to that of man starting at age 60 with the decline of hormone levels. So this is just a good example of how there's so many ways to prevent heart disease utilizing natural medicine. Dietary, lifestyle choices have a lot to do with it, right? So simply getting 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week has been shown to reduce cardiovascular risks. And then you combine that with specific supplementation, running the right tests, balancing the hormones properly, and you've got a really good program in place for prevention. The conventional system works great for crisis, but it isn't designed to address the cause of chronic conditions. So when we seek out conventional treatment for a chronic condition, we generally walk out of the office with a prescription medication, which again is not deep enough to be a real fix. So I like to say that the best project you will ever work on, hands down, is yourself. So if you feel like you've aged 15 years in the last 3, it's a sign that you need to do something different. And if our paths have crossed today and you're just watching this for the first time, you haven't been introduced to me before, I consider it a meaningful coincidence. So when you have a mentor and a coach is how you get discipline, a focus, and be held accountable. When you isolate and do it on your own, we just hit a lot of dead ends. So having the right mentor, helps you and guides you in the direction that you're looking for, and you will get there faster. So if you're not feeling like yourself right now, it's the time to reach out, ask for help. You can make changes now this year to set yourself up for success. So I'm here for you, and I help women all day, every day, reclaim their health and get back to feeling good again. So you can get back out there and shine in the big, beautiful way you were meant to. If you like this post, you can check me out on the web at www.drandreapurcell.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. Wishing you well.